What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Beyond the Blacktop podcast. This is your host, Hutch, and with me, as always, is Breon and Cody.
Hi, guys.
This is, I believe, episode 20 of the Beyond the Blacktop podcast. And you know what? I just want to put a pat on our own backs because we made it this far, man. Hey, man. We're doing pretty good. We staying consistent.
Hey, look, virtual hug to both
virtual
of y'all,
hug, man. I'm proud of us.
Virtual hug.
Proud of us. So our three topics, or we have multiple topics before we start. We talked about a lot of stuff. But I feel like the main ones is going to be the big one at the end, as always, these past few weeks has been basketball. You know, the playoffs are huge right now, and it's about to be the NBA Finals. We're going to talk a little bit about WNBA, a little bit about the NFL, and anything else anybody else wants to bring up. So we'll start out with the small topics first. The NFL, the two, I think, biggest talks are the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Cleveland Browns, and the Pittsburgh Steelers and their quarterback situation. And mainly with the Steelers because I have no idea what the hell they're gonna do. I guess they could start Will Howard or Johnson, whatever his name is. Like he's a college football champion, so I wouldn't be mad at that. But is the winning streak over for Tomlin this year?
Hell no.
No? You think he's still gonna find a way?
Wait.
He gonna find a way, bro.
He found a way with Kenny.
He did find a way with Kenny. Somehow.
He gonna find a way, bro. He's going to find a way. The one thing about him as a coach, bro, I can respect is he put people in positions to succeed.
That's fair.
But the defense still good.
But to say with their quarterback situation, I mean, they're going to figure it out, and once they do, they're going to be all right. I feel like if Will Howard has to play, they're going to dumb the game down for him until he can pick it up. And usually it's about week 4 to 6 that it's a make or break.
Or Aaron Rodgers, man. What? Aaron Rodgers come in there.
Bro, you don't even like Aaron Rodgers. What you talking about?
No, bro. But what if that happens? Everybody hopes it doesn't, but what if it does? Do they have a chance?
Aaron Rodgers, a chance of what? Having a winning
being
record?
Good.
It's gonna be just like Will Howard came in. It's just like Will Howard came in. By week 4 or 6, they'll start. No, it's gonna be worse actually, because then by the end, they probably start moving Will Howard in. And it's gonna be even worse because it's gonna take extra time to get better.
Yeah,
I think they just go ahead and start him now.
Here's my thing: if I'm the Steelers, I don't even know if I want Aaron Rodgers anymore, bruh.
You're right.
Personally,
the draft is that free agency where everybody was getting traded and getting their bag and all the things is passed.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Rodgers sat on that. The draft happened. No sense of urgency for the Steelers to pick up a quarterback, but the draft is over now. If you're banking on Aaron Rodgers, bro, I don't know if I can trust it after these past couple of years, bro. I really, personally, we all thought the Jets were going to be good, especially before Aaron Rodgers got hurt. But after the injury, it's been downhill. Not saying that he's not a good performer or anything, but he's kind of like the old man that thinks he deserves everything. Therefore, he goes for nothing.
And he should get nothing and stay his ass at home.
And you get nothing. Okay. See, I wasn't saying all of that, but at the same time, if that's my teammate, I kind of feel that way. If I was with the Jets, if I'm Wilson, right, on the Jets, I'm like, bruh, I'm supposed to be your number one target, and honestly, F you for effing me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for being like, hey, bring Devontae Adams in and we gonna be good. And then they wasn't good.
There was even worse, honestly. They maybe won 1 game, 2.
Maybe. If that.
So it's like, yeah, if that. So it's like, bro, honestly, bro, as a player right now, and I see Aaron Rodgers in the building, I'm like, dang, that's a Hall of Famer. I don't know but I'm also like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm also wishing. Dang, I wish I had Aaron Rodgers when he was the younger Aaron Rodgers, not this one we got now.
He was the gunslinger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now you're just trying to worry what he's gonna say on Pat McAfee every Tuesday. It's like, bro.
Yeah. Are you gonna bash your teammates? Or are you gonna bash me because I dropped a pass at practice? Or like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, dang, that's Aaron Rodgers, but like, fuck, that's Aaron Rodgers. That's our freaking quarterback. You know what I'm saying? That's the mindset.
Mm-hmm. Now, the other interesting team is Cleveland with all they damn quarter. They went the opposite route of the Steelers and got every single quarterback they want. And I feel like nobody knows what the hell they're trying to do. Like, they got, I think Dylan Gabriel and Kenny Pickett are taking the first team snaps, and then Flacco and Shedeur Sanders are taking the second team snaps.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that makes sense. I thought if it was up to me, I'd have Joe Flacco being the top guy. It's for the first half of the season.
Especially after what he did last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I know he said he didn't want to be a mentor. But still, though, the younger guys can learn a lot from him. He's been in the league for like 18 years.
Absolutely. He has that knowledge for sure.
You don't have to be a mentor by like verbally. You can just lead by doing what you do. Lead by example. They can pick up all the little stuff you do. If you read a play a certain way, they're gonna be like, "Oh snap! I'm supposed to read it like that." Like it can change instantly. Like, I remember being in high school. I was just watching the older people run routes, and I was like, "Wait a minute, he got a lot of separation just from doing that one move off the line. Let me try that." I'm a freshman, but I'm learning. As you coming in that league as a rookie, it's little stuff that they've been doing, especially Joe. He's been in the league for a nice time. Like, it's stuff that he learned from his older vets and everything that they can teach them just watching. So
and to be honest, like, it's not even like being a mentor. Like, football is organically like you help others.
Yeah.
Or organically you learn from others. So really, he didn't even have to say that. He could have just been like, "I'm just here to play ball." They're going to learn the good and the bad from you, regardless. And as much as you don't want to quote unquote be that mentor, you're still going to end up being like, "Hey, just know, like, read this and that, read this and that." Like, it's organic. Like, maybe he's just like saying, maybe we took it out of context in his standard and saying like maybe he doesn't truly want to be a mentor instead of like a guidance figure, because there's two. Yeah. That's different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not here in the NFL anymore just to be a mentor. I'll guide you, but I still want that starting job. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you ask me a question, I'll give you an answer.
I'm not that vet that just here to. I still want to play. I still want to do what I'm doing.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I feel that.
Because I think I saw a quote, or not a quote, but a clip of Jordan Mailata on the Eagles, and they drafted 3 rookies. And there's some good rookies too. He was like, "Yo, these dudes are pushing me to be better. I'm not gonna put them down and be like, y'all not getting my spot. Y'all gonna have to sit on it." He's like, "Nah, man, I'm gonna take you with me, but y'all gonna make me better. I'm gonna make y'all better, and y'all can come with me. I'm not gonna let you have my spot, but we gonna go together." And I was like,
"Exactly, bro.
That's perfect right there. That's the perfect kind of leader you want on a team, and I think that Joe is like that as well."
But you gotta have that dog mindset too, bro. Like, that is the vet you want. Like, I know I'm a dog, therefore I'm gonna have this spot, but I can help you even if it's not on my team, because you know people get traded and moved all around, rookies especially. Mm-hmm. So it's like, maybe you won't be benefit on my team because I want this spot. This is my spot, but I can help you succeed if that's what you want to do somewhere else.
Or like,
what if you say they drafted 2? What if they one or both of them get sent away, and now they're dogs on their next team, and they'll always come back and be like, "Oh, it's because of him. He helped me before I came here."
Or even
that's what it is, bro. That's football, bro.
What happened with Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers? A-Rod left, Jordan Love took over, and who's their biggest rival again?
Hey, relax.
Green Bay.
Yeah.
Relax.
I'm pretty sure that's what he said it about. I think it was Chicago. He texted him and said, "Thanks for still owning Chicago."
Relax.
That's what A-Rod texted.
Why?
Love after they beat him.
I feel like there was no point. I feel like you didn't have to do that.
No,
I feel like you didn't. You forced the point. You forced it in there. You really didn't have to do that, bro.
No, I didn't.
No, I see where you were going, though.
This relates perfectly to what Brian was talking about.
Setup in the hand.
Jordan Love became a dog just sitting there and with A-Rod as his main figure. And once he left, he took over.
When A-Rod was a GOAT.
He watched him, and once he took over the team, he started dominating. Became cold. But then people start scouting.
Guess what? Taking what Aaron Rodgers doing, making it look better with a little bit more athleticism.
Like you said, the good and the bad.
And now I see why you extra hate Aaron Rodgers.
I feel like even if you weren't a Bears fan, you still hate Aaron Rodgers. He's not a likable person.
I liked him until these past couple years. Then I'm like, come on, Aaron. It's either play ball or retire, brother.
Yeah, bro. Ooh, almost said something crazy.
Hey, yo.
Moving on. Oh, door open. Sorry, my fault. Got distracted.
Yeah, I showed look.
It's my door. That's crazy. I was like, wait a second. What the heck? It's just Luna.
Okay. Yeah, I realized. So, I couldn't see nobody. I had a feeling.
Casper? All right.
Before we continue,
is it Cody's collective thoughts time? Man?
It is, man. It is, bro.
Snap. Here we go.
And while we're on the topic of football, I just want to dive into it. We've seen the cover, and the trailer came out today for College Football 26. So I know it's been a lot of hype, and I was talking about it earlier on this season. They got the Michigan quarterback, number one prospect in this year. They got him there on the cover for the deluxe edition. They got a lot of people on there that are supposed to be making a lot of noise this year. And I want to know, do y'all think they'll really show out this year? Because I know last year on the cover, we had Edwards, we had Hunter, and who was the other quarter? Was it Ewers?
It was Ewers on Texas.
And Ewers had a decent season.
One showed out, the other two did not.
But
no, one showed out, the other two didn't. Cody,
where is Edwards? Period, though.
Right. I don't know. I know he's on a team. He undrafted though. Undrafted signing.
That's what I'm saying. Like before the season started, he was one of them ones.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just dwindled down. And like I said, I was giving yours just a little because he got hurt at the beginning of the season, so I was trying to give him a little grace. But
he should have left last year.
I'm like, Hunter is the only person on that cover that still spazzed. And while we do got two dogs on the regular cover, and I think they're gonna still go crazy this year. That deluxe cover, I'm a little skeptical about those people on there. And they're putting a lot of pressure, I think, on this quarterback from Michigan, putting him on the cover already. He ain't proved nothing.
Oh, yeah. He got a lot of pressure on him out the gate because they were not a passing team last year at all. I'm pretty sure they won a game with barely any passing yards and all yards, all rushing yards.
But that's why I wanted to pose. Like, do y'all think that kind of puts a target on you? Being on the cover alone, but then being on the cover as a true freshman?
Yeah, you haven't even played a college game yet.
I say yes and no. Because, yes, because you haven't played a game yet. Who are you? You haven't proved anything. Why are you on this cover? But no, because you can take that and run with it. That can build so much confidence into you for that next season.
Right.
Like me, I know if I'm on the cover or something, that's going to, I hate to say, boost my ego, but, give me a little oomph to, okay, all these people believe in me. Let me show them why they should believe in me. But that's vice versa. If I'm not on that motherfucker and I know I should be, all these people don't believe in me. I'm going to show them why they should have put me on that cover. See what I'm saying?
So there's still a lot of good quarterbacks.
Exactly. It's a double-edged sword when it comes to that, bro. But honestly, I think just like we were saying earlier, anything can make or break you. It's just depending on the mindset you have towards it. So with him being a true freshman, am I wrong about that?
Yes, he went early. He went early last semester, but he a true freshman coming in.
Yeah, to be a true freshman on a cover off Rippies,
Crazy.
Yeah, I'm lit. I know how I was coming into my freshman year, and just having the older guys be like, "Nah, I want to go with Breon." I redshirted, by the way, fellas. For those who don't know, I redshirted, but they were like, "Nah, I want to go against Breon because he'll actually give me a look for the game." Bro, that boosted my ego so much. Like that made me feel like I belong. You know, like, oh, okay, they think I'm so good enough that they want me to give them work. Like,
and my reps matter.
My reps matter because it's helping them.
Exactly.
So in this sense, like you got that, oh shoot, I'm on a cover. I gotta go show out. They believe that I could do something, so let me go do that.
Yeah,
that's my perspective on it anyway.
Got anything you want to add to that, James?
No, I said it perfectly. I ain't got nothing. I just want it to be a good game. I'm gonna be on it all day, every day. That's all I gotta say.
Now,
wow, James, just want it to be a good game. You want them to?
Okay, yes, man. Look, I played the other last college football. I was on that mug till 3 a.m. for like 3 months straight.
It was a couple nights we was up real late playing that game.
Yep.
For the main two cover athletes though,
what are the names again?
Ryan Williams and Jeremiah Smith.
Right. Okay.
For them too, do y'all think they're gonna have a stagnant year, a better year than last year? What do you think is gonna happen this year? Because last year nobody knew what to expect from them. They got a little more film on them now.
It's possible for them. Which one's the? Who was the freshman who balled out? It was Jeremiah Smith, right?
Both of them.
Both of them. Damn. I mean, the sophomore slump is very much real. So everybody's gonna study up on them. They're gonna be all over them now. It might change. It might not. I just gonna have to wait and see. If they some real dogs, it ain't gonna make a difference.
Yeah. See, here's my thing. It depends on quarterback.
Yeah.
Because
so is Bama
quarterback exactly. Because it depends on quarterback play. Because as much, and I can only compare to my experience, right? So when I say this, I'm also saying this with a grain of salt. But like my junior year of college, because I left early. But my last year of college, I went through 3 quarterbacks.
Damn.
And really, if I had one, I think I would have had a better season than I did going through 3 of them. And it was like one would play 2 games, the next would play 1, then another one would play 1, then another one would play 2, and it was just a hot mess express. So, and with that being said, quarterback play, in my opinion, matters the most, obviously, because they are the ones who get us the ball. So if their quarterbacks ain't no dog, because both their quarterbacks graduated this year. So if that next up quarterback ain't
Steelers. Sorry.
True. And that if they don't work, then shit. I say leave after this. Go to the league.
What's crazy is, bro, I'm gonna end it with this one. Ryan Williams is supposed to be a freshman this year. He reclassified last year. He was a top 3 receiver.
Crazy.
That's awesome.
Like, that is crazy, bro. Well, that's it for my
opinion. What's your opinion on it?
Oh, on them too?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a stagnant year, and I only think it really breaks out if they get like a phenomenal quarterback. They can take the load off of them like being targeted for real, because everybody gonna want to stop them this year because of what they did last year.
Okay, respectfully, but I will also have to disagree, because if you surround them with some good receivers, it don't fucking matter. You gotta cover 4 or 3 receivers.
But you gotta think about it.
And Ohio State produces receivers. I'm just speaking on Ohio State, not so much Alabama, but Ohio State is a receiver school.
And exactly what I was going to say, though. You gotta remember last year in the playoffs, what we were saying about Jeremiah. He was commanding so much attention that his numbers went down and his supporting cast numbers went up. So I think he'll still have a good year, but I think their counterparts are going to have more shine this year based off of them.
But that's what makes you a good receiver.
It makes you even
And that's the thing that what people don't see statistically doesn't always show up. That's like a Draymond Green who doesn't score any points but can really affect the game. If your X receiver, X or Z receiver, is having so much attention on them that it makes everybody around them eat, that's because of you. Your draft stock just went through the roof.
Yeah.
That's what NFL teams see. They don't necessarily care about statistics all the time. I'm a living proof that they don't care about statistics. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
It's what you do to help those around you. And I think, like you said, in the playoffs, he was triple covered, double covered, quadruple covered at times.
You got one dude name
let everybody else. Tate. That's his name. Go ahead, say it. Tate.
I'm pretty sure did he graduate this year? I think his draft stock flew up.
I don't think
I'm not positive.
No, he didn't graduate. They it was a story that came out that they offered Jeremiah Smith like 13 M's to transfer. They offered Tate like 6 M's to transfer. Mm-hmm. People was calling their phone after that. It was like, hey, if y'all come here with me, I guarantee y'all, huh? No, bro, I'm right back on my team as one.
Just think having 2 elite wide receivers, what that can do for you. Just ease the pressure off of me and let me only get double covered. I'll take that, bro.
We seen it with LSU. We seen it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you.
That team was so disgusting.
They was disgusting. And they had one of the greatest college quarterbacks too.
They tight end was eating, bro. They had their offense was just nasty, bro.
The running back was good. Like, come on, bro.
That was just nasty. I'm excited. I love college football.
And Ohio State's running back is also a dog. Like, Ohio State has promise. Alabama, I couldn't tell you right now.
Who they running back now? Ohio State.
Number 2, I forget his name.
I thought Judkins was gone.
Judkins is gone. If that's
what
you're talking about.
I thought
he got drafted by somebody. Can't remember who though.
Shit.
Yeah, I remember he won the draft.
Regardless, Ohio State will end up with a good running back.
They get a good running back all the time, bro. It's inevitable.
So Ohio State, I can speak for because they got a good supporting cast. Alabama, we just gonna have to see what we see.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see.
Yeah, they iffy, bro. I don't know. Well, moving on to a little bit of some WNBA basketball. I think we talked a little bit about it last week. The investigation on the racial comments made or supposedly have been made to Angel Reese were found inconclusive. They didn't find no evidence, and they got cameras everywhere. So I'm thinking that it didn't happen. So I hate the WNBA drama so much. It just needs to be about nothing but basketball. It's just so frustrating when you're watching all of these news outlets trying to pit everybody against each other and split everybody up. Caitlin Clark gets hurt, and then everybody's like, see, look, the ratings aren't because of her. Because she's not playing, the ratings stay the same. I was like, what does that have to do with anything? Who cares about any of that? Like, people are watching the game. That's all. That's the good thing. That's what we should all be caring about. Who cares if she got hurt? What does it matter?
My hand, it's the goalpost.
Moving that mug.
They having fun. They just moving it anywhere they want to. Top of your head, under your chin, this is going everywhere.
And you know what's even crazier is that I think that people are even starting to pit Paige Beckers and Caitlin Clark against each other too. And they're like, see, this is how a white girl should really be acting, because they don't think that Caitlin Clark be acting the right or the way they want her to act. And I'm just like, what? Why?
No, that's not why. I'm gonna tell you why. It's going right back to where we just was at. Paige has black family. That's why they're doing that. Her brother is mixed. She has a black family. That's how all this came about.
Bro, and I can tell you this. I feel like that's the problem that women's sports in this day and age is encountering. So much damn drama instead of just hoop. Just hoop. Like, just run. And I hate to be like, shut up and play ball, because no, that's not what I'm trying to say here. I'm trying to say more or less like, let's quit the drama of pinning people against each other and let's just hoop. Yes, you have your quarrels when it comes to playing in the game, but outside that shit should not be a question. Black, white, mixed, yellow, blue, purple doesn't matter. If you're a hooper, you're a hooper, and you should respect the hoopers. You know what I'm saying? If there was a mix of just respect and like maybe even the women stepping up and being like, "Who cares? Let's just ball." It would be a little bit better because right now I hear about more drama than actual basketball being played. Instead of like in the NBA, there's drama, but it's a lot of basketball being played still, and that's what's being talked about other than who's black, who's white, who said the N-word, who said F you. You know, like, who gives a shit about that, bro? Like on the field, bro, people talk shit. Big shit. Like but at the end of the day, you don't see them boys fucking going on social media and being like, they called me this. And have a whole investigation, all this extra shit.
You know what I think?
Too much extra shit.
Is another aspect is that I don't think WNBA fans were prepared for the toxicity that is NBA fans. And let me give you an example. You guys probably seen them on Twitter, but there is this account called NBA Centel. This man is a parody account of NBA Central, right? He's got the same damn logo and everything. There's just not an R in it. And he comes up with the craziest captions that are absolutely fake. He'll say some wild shit about an NBA player. It'll be funny. And sometimes people will take it seriously. Like there's been news outlets that have seen that and thought it was real and aired it live on TV. And so that same account has started doing the same thing for WNBA headlines. And I've been seeing all the quote tweets from WNBA fans taking it so seriously and being like, see, look, Caitlin Clark fans are spreading lies about this black girl and this, that, and I'm like, dude, you've been Centelled. You've been Centelled because he's been around the NBA for a while, so we all know that he's joking, and that's not true. Long, they take it serious. Even though they find out in the comments that it's a joke, they still like, he shouldn't be doing that anyway, talking about these girls like that. I'm like, bro.
There's always something, bro.
It's
like,
toxic.
Now you're mad because the troll is doing his job. A troll is trolling, and now you're upset.
And it's like for the longest time.
Or taking it literal.
Yeah. For the longest time, they were like, man, more and more NBA fans need to watch the WNBA, and then when that's finally happened, they just wanted the good aspects of it. They didn't want the bad aspects of it because the NBA Twitter is toxic. Don't ever get started about these LeBron James and Michael Jordan GOAT debates, bro. I can't stand talking about that at all. All these who's better is the 90s soft, is now soft. And it's like, dude. And they weren't ready for all that.
I'm kind of ashamed that James didn't mention this himself, but it's okay. He's not really a Chicago Sky fan.
Oh my God. I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, Candace Parker is getting her jersey retired.
She is getting her jersey retired.
August 25th.
Congratulations to her, man. She the GOAT.
The Chicago native, double back, won her city a championship for the one time. Yeah.
She showed it. First basketball championship since the 90s.
Congratulations.
Chicago period is crazy.
I ain't got nothing.
I said basketball,
bro.
I said basketball.
Love that.
No, I'm just saying, in Chicago, whether it's women's or men's, that's kind of crazy.
It is wild. It is what it is.
But yeah, bro. Shout out to her. Great career. Dog. Dog. I wish she would have played more with the Aces, but, injuries got her. Injury bug.
Hey, man, she was just trying to ride that wave. She was trying to get to that championship.
She got a ring, didn't
she? She did. Oh, it worked out for her. She ain't played barely anything. Won a ring.
Bro, what?
Call her Dwight Howard. No, I'm just kidding.
When you on a group project, you no work, and still get
Dwight Howard played. More of a J.R.
Done that plenty of time.
Hey. Listen. Weird.
J.R. Smith did put in some work. Come on, don't do that.
Not on the Lakers. What? He didn't play on the Lakers.
Okay.
That man was on the end of the bench, bro. What?
Hey, my fault, Gango. I thought you were talking about.
That's like
this one's for you.
That's like Thomas Bryant when he was on the Nuggets.
You forgot, DeAndre.
Yeah, even though he was there. DeAndre Jordan too. He didn't know he was there.
Didn't know he was there that year.
No, Jeff Green was there? Probably not. How about Ish Smith? Probably not.
Did you know Jeremy Lin was on that Toronto Raptors team? Probably not.
Yeah. I did, actually.
What about Pat McCall? Did you know that?
I knew that only because I knew he won 3 in a row.
Because he didn't play a game. I think he played 1 game.
That man won 3 rings in a row. He won 2 with the Warriors, gets traded, somehow miraculously gets to the team that goes back and wins again.
Hey, man.
That's a St. Louis native for you.
You could say you're a 3-time champion. Of what? Nothing, but you was there.
You can say you 3-peated. Nobody else did it. Besides people who actually be on the same team.
Mm-hmm.
You can say you 3-peated. That's crazy, right?
I did anything. Insanity. I did one of the most difficult things to do in sports. And I ain't even hit a bucket.
What? I ain't even crossed over nobody. I ain't even get an assist.
And I made
maybe he was the glue guy, just keeping the team morale high.
Yeah, he was the real glue guy. The ones that are on the bench.
Damn. He was the
no
bubble
disrespect
gum.
to Pat, man.
He was the bubble gum underneath the seat.
You made it further than me.
Hey,
My fault,
no,
bro.
That was a violation.
That
was a violation.
And he said bubblegum. It couldn't be no fucking.
What? Try
I don't know. Not bubblegum.
5 gum.
Damn. At least 5.
Right. 5 is top tier gum.
Fair enough. But moving on to the big topic of tonight and of the past couple of months. The Western and Eastern Conference Finals are wrapping up shortly, I guess. Yesterday, the Timberwolves fell to the OKC Thunder in a blowout. Nobody was really surprised. And the Pacers are leading the Knicks 3-1. They're currently playing, and I think the Knicks are winning. So maybe they'll
up by 14.
Maybe they'll make it more competitive about it. But anything's possible.
My theory might not happen today.
It's not. I think they're going to win this game.
It's not happening in the long run, though.
So what was your theory, Cody?
That every game that the Knicks won, the Timberwolves going to win, and the opposite. Every game they lost is going to lose as well. And so far, it's been true.
So for those who don't know, before we started this podcast, Cody said that the Knicks were not winning tonight. I just want to put that out there, that they're up right now. Not saying that they're going to win, but it's looking upwards towards them winning. And
let's say
Cody,
this.
Yeah. You're backtracking now, but
no. I ain't backtracking. I'm going to say what I just said.
Okay.
Game 1, they were up 20 and still lost.
They were down 20 last game and they came back.
Anything's possible, baby.
What was that today?
KG said it.
That was the game before.
So you're backtracking once again and saying that they're still going to lose tonight? Knicks?
No. I mean, yeah, I never backtracked and said nothing different than that. I said when the Knicks lose,
run the clip. Run the clip, chat.
I said when the Knicks win, the Timberwolves win, and the opposite. When they lose, they lose. We can run it back.
I'm talking about today.
When I just said it like 30 seconds ago. I said the exact same thing.
I can't grab it, so we're just gonna have
We'll grab it afterwards.
Clip it, chat. Clip it, chat.
We'll clip it afterwards.
Hey,
don't worry about it.
Did you not just say they were gonna win today?
No, I said they weren't going to win today.
The Knicks.
I said they were not. I said they're up 14. He said they might win. I said they're up 14. That's all I said.
Hey, if I'm wrong, I'll eat my bullets. But clip it. We're gonna have to rewatch that.
I did, but whatever. I'm not in it. All right, but last week we talked about.
Okay, go ahead. My fault, Jamester.
Last week we talked about the NBA Finals, who we think was going to win, what all the matchups. But my question this week is, what have you seen this NBA playoffs that you think is going to be different next year, or standout players that might go somewhere else, or who might have a good season next year, who showed out? things of that nature.
Damn, that's
Things that surprised you.
Yeah, overall playoffs.
Yeah, overall playoffs. Who's been the best player? Even though I probably know the answer to that.
I hope you know my answer.
What, Halliburton?
Yes.
Okay. Outside of that,
what the Hallie?
But what stood out to you in these NBA playoffs? What did you enjoy the most?
I enjoyed seeing the glue guys hoop. I enjoyed seeing like my best glue guy right now is Caruso. Like I enjoy seeing him hoop, and I think next year he's not a max contract kind of guy, but I for sure think he's gonna get paid. Like if it's not by OKC, it's gonna be by somebody else. Caruso did so much for OKC that like he did the Draymond where he affects off ball doing things that don't get counted in stats. He did the stats that count in the stats. Honestly, he's just having a great playoff run, and his tenacity is infectious to that OKC team. And he when he's on the court, their defense is top tier. I mean, it's top tier, no question. And he can go get a bucket. So my outstanding performer of this playoff has to be Caruso.
Okay. The glue guys are going crazy. Jaden McDaniels, another guy. The ball dude off the Celtics camera. Derek White. My fault, Derek. I didn't mean to do that to you. Aaron Gordon, another name. The glue guys is up right now, bro. What about you, Cody? What you do?
I respect that. One of my main things, I'm going by conference because it varies by conference. For the Western Conference, the thing that impressed me the most is OKC's defense. And the way that Anthony Edwards described it yesterday is probably the craziest way I ever heard it described, but it fits it perfectly. He said they're like 15 puppets on one string.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
bro, that describes their defense accurately, bro. They're a machine. They move together, and it's crazy, bro.
They smother everybody.
And it's dangerous when you got your 3 through 5 can guard whoever. That is scary. Lou Dort and Shea already locking up your guards pretty much. But then you have this 6'5", 6'4", however tall J-Dub is. He's guarding your big. He's guarding your point guard and switch to him. And he ain't just guarding them. He's locking them up.
Mm-hmm.
You got Chet who can get out here and guard your one, get screened, rotate back, and still lock your big up on a lob pass or something. They're just they have all the pieces to play defense perfectly.
And you notice when somebody screens and puts that Chet gets on ball,
they
don't immediately try to score. It's not I got this big on me now. Let me work. It's oh shit, it's Chet. Let me pass this out. You know what I'm saying?
And start a new offense. He said, "Let me reset. Let me start a new offense."
Yeah.
Let me fix this because now I have another basically guard on me guarding me.
Yep.
Just a 7-foot guard. But on the east side, the Pacers is the team that it is. But it's not just the Pacers. It's been all the upsets I've been seeing. The top teams are gone pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
They are getting torched. Our two number one teams, the Celtics and the Cavs,
crumbled.
Gone. And the Cavs had the defense. They just they got down and then they couldn't do what they was doing. But the Pacers and all these other teams, they are playing with more drive. They wanted more. That's what it is. They wanted more. All these other people, especially the Celtics. I mean, JC went down. That's a different story. But the Celtics was playing this is easy. We've been here before. We can do this. You can't take your foot off that gas pedal, bro.
And the one thing, I thought they had it. I really did.
The one thing I will say about Indiana, never took their foot off the gas pedal. Especially, what they was running through the Cavs. Every time they could exploit something, they exploited it. The Knicks running through the Celtics. They were abusing every mismatch. They got Karl-Anthony Towns on whoever they wanted to and was like, let me eat. Mm-hmm. And OG Anunoby, another team, though, that they smothered the people on defense.
Yep.
OG Anunoby, Jalen Brunson's a good defender, and Josh Hart is a pest. He's a pest. So,
right.
I wouldn't say Jalen Brunson's a good defender.
He's not a great defender. He's a good defender.
He's all right.
And he at the bottom of the word good. You know, like,
who Hart?
Like C minus. No, Jalen Brunson.
Oh,
he's just passing the class.
I give him a C plus.
He's in the C's.
75, right in the middle.
He hasn't really been playing the best against the Pacers. So,
want to know why? Because my most outstanding player is cooking him.
He is.
Halliburton. He is what Breon was talking about earlier. When people put that light on you, and you can either crumble or show out. When your peers vote you as the most overrated All-Star, and then you come to the playoffs and do this, I want him to go in a room right now with all his peers and point at everybody who said,
well-earned celebration.
Bro, what? I want him to go into a room with all of them and be like, all right, now who was talking shit?
Everybody.
Who was talking? It better not be you, Donovan. Yeah. I put you out of here. It better not be you. It better not be nobody he beat. I can't, boy. If it's anybody he locked up or bust their ass, they can't talk no more.
The world may never know.
You're overrated. Sit down. Sit down.
You see what he doing in the playoffs, bro. Buddy is
sit down. The triple-double he had the other day. He had a triple-double with no turnovers. The man had 30, 12, and 10 with 0 turnovers. The man just made history. Overrated where? They hating on him, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Because he in Indiana. Because
he light skin.
That's what it is, bro. They see look, WNBA, they throwing hate. WNBA throwing hate to Indiana, so the NBA said, let's follow up. That's the why I hate to Indiana, too. He was hanging out with Caitlin Clark too much. Let's throw some hate on him.
They hate all the time. That's probably why.
There's no other way that they're hating on him, bro. Like, we don't understand why people hate on JT. Why are people hating on Halliburton? The man last year had 22 assists in a game with no turnovers. What is bad about how he plays? His jump shot is ugly. It goes in. So what?
Exactly.
He dribbles a little unorthodox.
Right in your face, talking about something.
Bro, right in your face. He dribbles a little weird every now and then, but he still be crossing you all over. So what is it? They can't tell us. They don't know what it is. Why it was anonymous.
He got that goofy swag that people be hating, bro. Like, he goofy, but like
he not tough.
That's his deal, bro.
Bro, he got goofy swag on and off the court. You see how that man dressed last year?
I know.
That man like he was in a UK magazine. The fit was low key fire though. The fit they was really hating, but the fit was low key fire.
None of they fits be fire, especially Kyle Kuzma. Anyway, that's besides.
That was a shot nobody
and Westbrook.
Yeah, but Westbrook be driving crazy.
Westbrook's a little too hype. Wearing them skirts and shit. That ain't me. So I can't get down with it.
Ain't nobody gonna fight him though.
Cody, you defending that shit right now, bro?
I did. I don't care what the man wears. I wasn't judging at all. I don't
care either. But like, if people out here saying, "Oh, that's a swag," I can't get down with that shit.
I mean, hey, he was on a magazine cover.
What that mean?
Wearing a skirt?
Means enough people thought it was fire enough to put on a magazine cover.
Whatever. I mean,
his name had enough publicity behind it.
Israel Adesanya will be painting his hails and wearing skirts. You ain't gonna fight him though. No. So why do you care?
It's because his name is big. Why he doing it?
And he's a UFC fighter, so it's like, man, what? He'll choke you out. You can talk shit about his skirt. Nah, I'm just fucking around.
And guess what? When I wake up, I'm back talking shit. Choke me out again. I'm gonna do it again. At some point, I'm gonna sue you.
Fair enough.
Cody's the type of nigga that don't learn this lesson.
What you mean? I'm finna get paid more and more. That man can't touch me. It's illegal. His hands are a weapon.
But anyway, for me, the things that stood out to me and I liked and disliked, what I liked the most, I think, was for the first 2 rounds, not this past round, but the officiating, I liked it. I like how physical the game was, how they was letting stuff go, and they was getting physical. But then all of a sudden in these conference finals, they just like, you know what? Forget all that. I'm blowing a whistle on everything. Even if nobody touches Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, I'm calling a foul.
You know it's coming. I knew that straight was coming.
But I wish they would have stayed consistent. And then another thing that stood out to me was, you already said it, Cody, is that all these top teams was crumbling. Houston crumbled. Cavaliers crumbled. Celtics crumbled. Everybody's crumbling except for the OKC Thunder. They didn't crumble. I didn't expect Minnesota to go out sad like they did. I thought they had more dog in them than that, but apparently not. Maybe they could figure that out.
It was Jew, bro. His production went down a lot in this. I don't know what they threw at him, but
yeah, I don't know what happened.
Probably was Hartenstein. Hartenstein's a nice big to guard him. So.
OKC's a tall ass team, so that was probably it.
Yeah, they can't. The one thing they had on a lot of these other teams were size, and they went up against a team that had size. The only other team they would have saw that had size, OKC beat. Yeah. So it was a little weird. They played the Nuggets, the only other team that would have had that size to go against.
And it took 7 games to do it. So
man, that was a lot of us we said it. Whoever was winning that thing was gonna win it all because they are the 2 teams that was dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Boy.
And I still stand on the West.
Yeah, so, I'm still going with the West.
With that being said, I got OKC.
Me too.
Yeah,
I said it from the beginning, bro. Don't matter who coming out the East, they sweeping.
Don't matter. Sweep, maybe not, but definitely a good ass whooping.
I love what Halliburton is doing, but once that boy Lou Dort get his hands anywhere near him, I ain't even going off of putting the dog on him. We're gonna leave Caruso where he at for now. He gonna come off that bench. He gonna do what he do. They starting 5. When they put Lou Dort on him, Halliburton's gonna have a long time.
It's gonna be a rough game.
And once he gonna call for a screen. And he gonna probably run into J-Dub. It's gonna be really bad for him. And when they put that boy Caruso out on that court,
it's gonna be even worse.
Oh, they finna run. They finna run them. Oh, they're gonna run them. You sub Hartenstein out, put J-Dub at the 4. Caruso, Shea, and Dort. Oh my gosh,
disgusting.
Hey, if they ever watch our podcast, I'll be giving them some crazy lineups out there, bro. They need to start listening to me. I'll be having them. Hey, listen.
Call him co-GM.
Listen, bro.
Code GM.
Code name GM. Sorry.
Tap in with me, bro. Give me a job.
But I'm
bringing the guys with me though.
My least favorite thing, I think this is obvious, is the play-in tournament was so ass. The play-in tournament it's so stupid because both the teams who made it got killed, swept. They didn't even make an impact. It was like they wasn't even there.
Yeah. The concern with the play-in tournament was the fact that Miami made history, going from being the 10th seed and making it to the playoffs. First time it ever fucking happened. For, like he said, no reason.
And it showed why they was the 10th seed and why they should have been there.
Because we really think about it, bro. You get 82 games a season. Majority of your games are played in your conference. So, it might be sometimes, occasionally, you can upset this high-ranked team. But if they're the number 1 team, and you're coming in as the worst team in your conference, I bet you top dollar, they probably beat you every time they saw you. Mm-hmm. Especially if you're coming in at 10. You didn't come in at 8. You came in at 10. You probably was getting beat by everybody. The only people worse than you are the bottom of the litter, which is even worse. They shouldn't do that. I don't know. They should no.
Get rid of it. Just get rid of it, bro.
If they want to make it fun,
have 8 and up.
If they want to make it fun,
8 and up.
Do the top 16 teams and just mix them together.
Just
make it disgusting.
That would be diabolical. Getting rid of the East and the West would be I don't know. Get rid of it,
bro. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
And we will actually have the best 2 teams go against each other. It won't be an unfortunate, I just happened to play. Like, think about it. Right now, what we just say finna happen to the team come out the East?
But see,
washed.
That can't.
Kaput. What if we saw OKC versus the Nuggets in our finals?
But that can't happen, bro.
Why not?
Yeah, because look, you got to look at it geographically. If you just mix them all together, like, and then you gotta like say New York and LA gotta play each other in the first round. That's crazy. That means you don't get any of the extra time you would get in the NBA finals. You don't get that travel day. We gotta get this shit rolling. That mean, and it's like that's a 2-day travel type of thing going from New York to LA and having to play like. And then you gotta get a practice day in, and then you can't do that in the first round.
Works, bro. In the first round, it literally goes game break, game. But 3 days later, they get to play over there. It gets breaks every time already.
But not enough.
Because you got to think about it, bro. I'm going to put you on game
in the
real
playoffs because they're going hard in the playoffs.
I'm going to just put you on game real quick and just show you something. You do know that teams all the way in California playing against Memphis.
Yeah, like 3 times a year.
I'm just saying, if they're playing in the first round, that's also a fucking flight.
You're not wrong.
They're both in the Western Conference.
But it's not as long as a flight as any of the other. Like, Toronto to damn Sacramento would be crazy.
No, that's not. It's not that far.
That's far as hell.
That's far.
I'm looking this shit up right now.
Sacramento is in South California, and Toronto is all the way up near New York or shit.
So we're going to go with New Orleans versus one of the teams in Northern Cali?
I mean, that doesn't make sense either.
They're 2 Western Conference teams, though.
I know, and it still don't make sense. It don't make sense.
So you talking about Toronto going against Orlando or Miami?
That's not that far. By flight, that's not that far. Because the Florida Panthers had to play a Canadian team last year, and it only took like 4 hours for them to get there. So that's not
4 hours is a long flight, brother.
That's not a long flight. I could do 4 hours, no problem.
Toronto to Miami is 3 hours and 20 minutes.
That's not a long flight.
Now, Toronto to Sacramento.
That's got to be like 5 hours? Maybe 6?
In a plane.
Say 5:25.
Yeah, that's
insane.
Buku. I think 4 is too much.
That's 1 hour, bro, if you really think about it. 3:40 and 5:25.
You said 3:20.
Okay, I'm sorry. It was multiple times.
2 hours.
One of them said 20, one of them said 40.
Look, 4 hours is too long.
It's just that geographically, it would have to. They'd have to spend more money for more days and able to get all that travel.
$10 corporations.
How you stay rich? By not spending money.
Marketing.
Corporations are greedy, bro. Corporations are greedy.
Let's just talk real quick.
Marketing spends money before it gains.
I'm like, do you know how much money they will accrue?
Do you know how greedy they are?
With that?
They don't care. They're not trying to spend all that.
You know how many more tickets will sell out if we were watching OKC versus the Nuggets in the finals versus what we're finna watch?
They don't care. They're not finna spend money on that. And on the marketing to do all the extra day to get all the
all I gotta say is they already did the dumb thing with getting rid of the Eastern versus Western Conference in the All-Star game. What's stopping them from doing this?
I mean, you got
logistics.
You got a point there. You got a point there, but still, you can't switch up East and West, bro. That's like part of sports in general, bro.
That's why nobody's done it.
College to freaking even high school. Like you play the high schools.
It's not actually in college.
All over.
College is just strictly money. They don't give a shit about geographically.
Think about it, bro. I'm like, now they could do something to where they play at a certain location like college do, but that's it. College don't got no set spot. No set conferences. They throw people all over.
Yeah, they care more about money.
It's starting to get that way, but it wasn't always like that, bro.
Like, think about it. Who just played in the what's it called? The championship? No,
Ohio State.
No,
you can't go championship because they just take
the basketball.
Florida
and basketball for March Madness. Okay. Yeah, the teams that played were I forgot what Houston in, but Florida played against Auburn. Those are two SEC teams.
Yeah, but in college they mix and match. I'm talking about
that's what I was saying. Season. That's what I was talking. You said compare it while I was comparing it to.
Yeah, but Florida and Auburn are close to each other.
I was just saying they're in the same conference.
Yeah, and they're staying.
And that was a beautiful game.
Okay, but no, my point is that like their conferences, they're like conference here, conference here, conference here. It's like those certains that will be like a conference here, and then they'll come over to this conference. But it's not that far apart geographically.
That's the only thing that's gonna make it.
The only one that maybe
they'll find a way to make that work.
Is all over the place is maybe the SEC is kind of all over a little bit.
Yeah, but that's the point I was getting at, to where they don't like mix and match in that sense. But obviously they do when it comes to the playoffs.
But I'd say a majority of them are
1 through 30 or 1 through 16 that are about to do this year or 12, 16 or 12 for.
And we're excited for this.
Yeah, 100%.
Like shoot, I said, if they just pick the neutral locations for it, it'll work.
I mean, I guess that could, but I don't think any professional athlete would want to do that.
And they take away your home court advantage too.
I know I wouldn't.
Professional athlete,
I wouldn't want to do it.
Student athletes, they gotta do what you tell them to do. So if we play here, we going in this hotel. That's what we're gonna do. You gotta do it.
I get it. Just, hey, if it ever happens, I said it here first.
All right, we'll come back to this moment. Don't you worry about it. All right, y'all. That has been, I think, episode 21 or 20. I can't remember. Yeah. 20. I might be 21. I had to look back at it. But appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see y'all in the next one. Peace.